It's easy to play the comparison game in crypto, comparing your portfolio to others, comparing one coin to another, comparing one crypto company to another. We've talked a lot about Binance versus crypto.com, and while I do think that there are good comparisons to have between those two companies, we need to take a close look at this one situation in particular. On a day where we just saw millions of dollars burned from the Binance token, people are probably sitting here wondering, well, are we going to get any burns for crypto.com? But I want to remind you guys that in the grand scheme of things, burns are not the end all be all for a token. Price action on the CRO coin has been a struggle as of late. There's no doubt about it, but that is not unique to crypto.com's CRO coin. In fact, that's really the entire altcoin market. Most altcoins are struggling right now, which presents buying opportunities. And if you zoom out and look at the big picture for crypto overall, it is bullish in the long term. If you zoom out and look at the big picture for crypto.com, they are in a spectacular position for success into the future for the crypto.com company, which I do believe in the long run will provide gains for the CRO fam on the CRO token. Now, prices not so hot today. We're going to take a peek at that, look at some price levels that we can expect for CRO, and take a peek at the broader market and play this little comparison game between Binance and crypto.com, but with a grain of salt, folks. And I'm going to share with you guys why I love the position that crypto.com is in, even though Binance is burning more tokens than CRO is seeing burn. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel for more crypto content. And it's been a while since I did a CRO video, so I'm excited to kind of dive into this. Right now, we've got Bitcoin playing the game, dancing back and forth between 85K and 83K. One thing I shared on my videos as of late is that, hey, Bitcoin could easily slip and dip back down to 83K. And guess what, guys? It did. We were talking about how we were kind of up to 86 the other day. I said we easily could come back down to 83, get a bounce, maybe a good opportunity for a long there at 83, and boom. We had the bounce. We're seeing our total market cap still hang out around our crucial critical level at March 2024 total market cap highs. Again, weekly candle below this, we might see a little more downside for the crypto industry as a whole, well, the cryptocurrencies as a whole. Before we kind of get a move back up to the upside. Now, today we did get more news about the China tariffs, which is affecting the broader market, which is affecting the sentiment. Again, maybe indicating some more potential downside. At the time of this recording, the Binance token is sitting at rank number 5 with an $82 billion market cap, not doing anything on the day. Not down, not up, just 0.24%. To the downside, that's nothing. That's a non-move. Today, we've got CRO coming in at rank number 38, down 1.92%. Also not a bad move right now, hanging on to its price level decently well. I'm going to jump right into this because this is a big story for Binance today. Binance sets a record burn. Is BNB poised for a surge? The Binance chain has just completed its 31st quarterly token burn operation, permanently removing 1.58 million BNB tokens from circulation, equivalent to $914 million. Now that is a big token burn, and that is a big catalyst for a surge on the Binance token. But what are we seeing today? Not any kind of surge on the Binance token. Furthering my point, burns are not the end all be all. Do we like to see burns? Yes, it actually is good for the longevity of a token. It's good for the pumpability of a token, but it is not the thing that makes or breaks a token. We've talked a lot about the unburn for crypto.com, and as much as I don't love the unburn, still to this day, it does not really change the fact that crypto.com is set up for success. You really only have to look at this post from the CEO of crypto.com, shaking hands with the president of the United States, putting out this post saying where decisions shaping the future are made in honor of a lifetime. Crypto.com has an image of the CEO shaking hands with the president in the White House during his onslaught of pro-crypto executive orders that has been occurring during this pro-crypto time for the government in the United States. Crypto.com's at the table. That is a fact. Nothing can change about that. And if we want to play the comparison game and look at the negative side of this and say, well, Binance is burning, $914 million. Crypto.com's unburning 70 billion tokens. Man, oh man, we could do that, fine. But we could also do it the other way and say, Crypto.com's at the table, shaking hands with the White House. Binance ain't. I don't think it's gonna be in the near future, at least. I think the horses have kind of been picked for this crypto race here in the US, and Crypto.com is certainly a first mover to have this advantage with the USA and being a part of the conversation. We have a lot of work to do in crypto to get prices back to the upside for the entire market. We aren't seeing any DeFi projects explode right now to the upside. If you look at what's going on right now for our TVL and DeFi, it is much lower than it previously was back in December of 2024, and we still have not seen new highs been put in since our 2021 total value locked up highs, which means that there's no reason that any of these chains should have been exploding yet. And for Cronos, there's no reason that Cronos should be at its absolute heyday, the best it's ever been yet. One day, I think that because of the positioning of Crypto.com, because of the moves that Cronos chain is making towards the future, I think they still have a chance to become a top protocol out there. If you do look at the rank of chains, at one point we had Cronos in the top 10, currently sitting at rank number 18 in total value locked up on its ecosystem. There are not a lot of active wallets right now, which again, we could look at some negatives with that. But looking at the positive, guys, I want to remind you that our total market cap for cryptocurrency hasn't really done the big thing yet. We saw the total market cap for cryptocurrency go just a little over let's look at this again. So from its previous high, it got 30% higher than the previous bull market. I don't think that that is the end of the crypto bull market. Again, on the macro side of things have never been more bullish for crypto. Now, in the short term, or more ongoing negotiations with China and the US, brutal negotiations with 200+% tariffs on China. This is pain that is going to reflect in the traditional market and in the crypto market. And if Bitcoin slips a little bit lower and comes down to the range I've been talking about, 71, maybe even 65K, Crocoin could come a little bit lower. Right now, it is sitting at critical support on this blue trend line that I've had drawn out for a while. Easily could get a bounce here, guys. But again, if Bitcoin starts to slip lower, then we easily could see Crocoin revisit 6 cents, 7 cents, maybe even that 5 cent level. I don't want to see it. Could it happen? It absolutely could, guys. This is the reality of the situation right now. We're waiting on the Fed to cut the interest rate, and we are waiting on the tariff fears to subside. But again, all of the situation going on with the macroeconomic picture and with crypto points that Bitcoin is an excellent store of value for the future. More people are getting on board with this. And with that being said, Crypto.com is a major exchange in this Bitcoin market, okay? And people are going to continue to trade altcoins. Some will be hotter than others. But I believe with the positioning that Crypto.com has and setting themselves up for success in the future, they are set up for success down the road. It is not an easy time to be an altcoin holder. It is not an easy time to be a CRO token holder. But I do believe that this coin easily will achieve $1 at some point in the future. And yes, I still believe that $2 to $5, which I've been talking about for a very long time, at some point down the road is possible. As time goes on, for this bull market, $5 gets a little more out of the scope of my prediction these days, right now, for the short term, for this bull market. But down the road, I think it's going to have a lot more gains. Now, when we have a pop on this coin later in this bull market, when our total market cap goes back up and makes the gains that we want to see our total market cap do, and when Bitcoin explodes, I do think that Crocoin, again, will revisit $1, probably even higher, and I think there will be some profit-taking opportunities during that, just as there was back in December of 2024. And to all you guys that took profits in December and in November of 2024 on all the crypto hype on that one altcoin surge that we had, I congratulate you on those gains, and that's the discipline it takes, is to take profits when people are getting greedy, when things are up. It's great to take some profits, not necessarily take all off the table. If you did, well, you're in a great position to buy right now, but that's a very risky move because, if the market doesn't come down, you take it all off the table, well, then you kind of miss that run. What if Crow had ran to $1? It certainly didn't. Hindsight's always 2020, but I do think that these are great accumulation zones. Again, we could come lower for CRO before we resume higher, but that is something that I believe for the entire crypto market. At any moment, these tariff things could go away and crypto could explode. Bitcoin could start pumping again. Our total market cap could start pumping again, and CRO could be back above 10 cents like that. It could absolutely happen. There's a Cronos ETF coming later this year. I think that the total value locked up in DeFi is a good picture to understand why Cronos chain isn't popping off right now. It can't. TVL is not really increasing in DeFi. There's a lot less interest in DeFi than there was at the peak of the bull market in 2021, but I do not think that that lasts forever. In the long run, I do think that DeFi is going to be continuing to be an integral part of crypto. But when the markets are low and the activity is low, it's going to be hard for a chain like Cronos to start popping off. But I am still very optimistic. That's all I have for you in this one, guys. I wanted to give you guys this CROcoin crypto.com update in this video. Talk about that Binance burn, which is awesome for Binance. And if you're down and out about it and you're like, oh, I wish that CRO would burn tokens, I want to remind you guys, that is not the end-all be-all here in crypto. Zoom out, look at the big picture, understand the full situation, my friends, and then you might be able to see this thing, clearly in terms of the future success possibilities for crypto.com and really just the future success for crypto overall, guys. I am Crypto Kip. This is a crypto report. I think there's a lot of great volatility in crypto. If you want to trade CRO, Bitcoin, you can sign up for Blowfin using our link in the description down below. Blowfin is my favorite trading platform for leverage. And I do enjoy spot trading there as well. The fees are very low, so it's pretty good. $5,000 deposit bonus, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus if you sign up using our link. Check it out. Until next time, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA, HODL, do your own research, my friends, as always. And I got 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. Peace, y'all. See you next time. Bye.